Welcome to Learn with Amin. This video is going to be a little different. I'm going to talk about the cost that were involved in a road trip within the United States. Actually, this is going to act as a video reminder for me for a baseline for the road trip cost and the other cost for the trips that I'm going to plan in the future. And also I would like this video to be an inspiration to others to travel for tourism within United States and to enjoy their life while they are studying or working in United States. So at the end of this video, I'll also explain you the costs that are involved if you just stay in your home without traveling anywhere. So that will give you a comparison between the travel cost and also the cost if you are lethargic and if you stay at home, and it is pretty much comparable. And yeah, so let's get started. Here I'm going to talk about the travel costs that are involved in road trip to US touristic destination. So today the topic is Corpus Christi. So I basically traveled from the famous city of Elgin in Texas, and I traveled to Corpus Christi. So I'm little biased towards Elgin, so I am calling it famous. If you do not know of it, so please do not point fingers at me. So this travel included 3 people. It was a road trip. Now when it is a road trip, you need to understand that it saves money on the flight cost, which are expensive, and it also saves money on utensils. So if you're traveling by a flight, then you have this baggage limitation, weight limitation, and also if you include baggage, then it costs higher. Now if you're traveling by a road trip, if you have a minivan or a SUV, then you have space to take your utensils, grocery from your home as well, and that actually cuts down your cost. So I'm mentioning that you save money on the utensils, you also save money on food or restaurants if you are cooking in an Airbnb, and you will be better prepared because you have unlimited baggage. And for this trip I did some long-term investment. So I call it long-term, maybe the term is not correct, but you understand my feelings. So the long-term investment for the trip was a rolling cooler in order to carry perishable food items, and also plastic storage box with latching lid. It's a very big box that can store large amount of items, cutlery, plates, any other item that is not available in the Airbnb that you have booked, you can include in this plastic storage box with latching lid, which you can buy from Home Depot, Costco, or elsewhere. So basically it was also around 60 to 80 quarts. So it was priced at $60 for the rolling cooler, and for the latching lid storage box it was $80. And I had existing cutlery which I took from my home to the destination, so I'm saying that it was priced at $0. So all in all the long-term investment was $140, and these items you are going to reuse for your other road trips as well. So these are considered in long-term investment, so we'll not include this in the specific trip cost. Now let's look at expenses that you incur pre-travel. You will incur expense for Airbnb booking, including cleaning fee. So there are many Airbnb houses, and the cleaning fee is set by the host. Sometimes the host set a very exorbitant cleaning fee, so you need to search several houses, and you need to go until the last checkout page in order to find out how much cleaning fee is applied by the host for the booking. Now for my Airbnb booking for 3 nights and 4 days, it was priced around $268, and that would amount to $89 per day, and it was including the cleaning fee. Okay, and since I had some preferences in terms of meat and the local stores that I buy it from, I took raw meat from my favorite local store to the destination. It was priced around $30, and this was for my cooking in the Airbnb. We just made the food in Airbnb before we left the Airbnb for tourism. In the early morning, we had a great heavy breakfast, and we carried lunch boxes, and sometimes we had food in local restaurants. But the road trip is not more focused on the food. This is more focused on traveling and soul searching, self reflection. It was a wonderful trip. Actually, I traveled during the December time, and it was completely foggy over the water. It actually felt like a dream. Then, since I was carrying a rolling cooler, I also bought ready ice whenever it was required for me, and the Airbnb had a fridge, so I required ice from my destination Elgin to Corpus Christi. And while I was on my road trip back from Corpus Christi to Elgin, I required the ice, and it just was priced at $6. And then I carried other grocery and grains and some other food items which were perishable, non-perishable from home, and I'm not including that price in my calculation. And then what are the other food expenses during the travel? So we actually did self cooking at Airbnb. We cooked grains, we also cooked the meat that I carried, and that is priced at $0. And I actually went to two very famous restaurants that are famous in Corpus Christi and must places to visit, and that was priced at around $60 in the two trips that I had. And apart from that, there were several other grocery items that I bought, like veggies, fruits, wipes, cups, water, milk, oil, egg, yogurt, snacks, plates and juice. So these costed around $90, and some of the items I could have carried from home to the Airbnb, but I forgot these items. So if you are watching this video, so this is the list of items that you need to carry from your home. If you already have them at your home, you need not buy them on your road trip. And if you take a minivan, it has ample space and you can carry all those items. And then there are tourism expenses during travel. So actually Corpus Christi had a lot of free places to visit, which are the places of interest. There is no parking fee, there is no fee in order to visit that place. So if you are going to such free places of interest to visit, then it is priced at $0. There won't be any charge for tourism. But if you are going to other places like aquarium, which is one of the most beautiful aquariums I have ever seen, then there was the state park where we were charged per person, and that was also really great. And then there was this sunset boat tours. It was for a duration of 1.5 hours, and it was really beautiful. We went into the ocean during the sunset time, and actually sometimes dolphins are spotted there. I could not see any dolphins there, and we are not allowed to put food material in order to lure the dolphins, but that is illegal as per the state of Texas. But it was really beautiful out there, and the aquarium was priced at $45 per adult. Under 3 are free, and then there is also parking fee of around $5, I remember. And then there is state park. It was priced at $7 per adult, and under 12 years of age is free. And then the sunset boat tours was $29 per person and $5 under 2 years of age. But I think there was a promotion that was running, so I got it under $75. So this was the tourism expenses during travel. If you're traveling to the free places of interest to visit, then the price is $0. And then there are other travel expenses. So the fuel or petrol from Elgin to Corpus Christi, travel within the Corpus Christi and traveling back, it costed around $96 for us. And also there was a medical emergency. It's not a medical emergency but medical urgency, so I had to get thermometers and urgent care after insurance, so that was priced around $60. And yeah, these are the items that you do not plan for but it might happen, so it's better to take care of your health. If you are taking care of your health, then you could save $60 on your travel. So it's an incentive for someone to take care of your health, so please go walking every day, be on diet, reduce the intake of sugar, reduce the intake of salt, and take care of your health. I'm saying this loud but I am also saying this to myself. Now apart from this, there were some other items. Since it was winter, we did not carry any. We had to buy moisturizing cream and some clothes which are like thermal components, so it was priced around $180. We carried a lot of clothes, and these are just additional items like clothes and accessories, so this was very cheap, like $20, but we had all the clothes that were necessary, like jackets, hats, uh, monkey caps, mufflers, gloves, socks, shoes, and everything we had. So please take all these items with you while you go for a travel during winter, and especially to a cold place. But these are additional items. If you do not carry these items, then the cost of purchase would be really high. If you are looking at total expenses while traveling, so I'm not including the long-term investment for the travel. So these are the expenses pre-travel, which includes Airbnb, food expenses, tourism expenses, and other travel expenses. The total expenses for 3 nights was $812, and the total expense for day, I'm counting 3 nights and 4 days as 3.5 days. So the total expense per day is $232. Now you can convert this into an ideal scenario. If you are going to reduce unhealthy restaurant food and reduce unhealthy snacks or juices and prepare some snacks from home and carry them, and if you travel to free places of interest and if you maintain your health perfectly, then the ideal scenario appears, and the total expenses for 3 nights 4 days would be $515, and total expense per day would be $147. Can you see this figure, $147? Now let's compare this to the total expense that you incur if you are at home. Okay, now for the rent per day would be $50. For power, water, gas, HOA, and internet, if you are looking at month wise, power costs around $140, water costs around $50, gas costs around $180 per month, HOA costs around $60 per month, internet cost around $60 per month. So that would be per day $16, and all of these items are received for free in an Airbnb. So I'm comparing this. I'm not including something like auto insurance or home insurance because that are not included in Airbnb, and I'm not including in my total expenses here. Now if we are talking about fuel, if you stay at home, monthly cost is $186, so per day is $6. Now if you look at grocery plus meat, monthly is $1100, restaurants is $250, clothes is $100, and entertainment is $250. So if you convert it into per day, it is priced at $48 and $8 for the entertainment. So this is per day. Now in total per day cost, if you stay at home, is $128. Now if you look at the same expense if you are traveling, it is at $147. So this is highly comparable. So based on this, I recommend you all to travel on road trips within United States. Make planning, take a vehicle such as SUV or a minivan, and you could do this travel and you are going to have the same expenses as if you are at home. So I hope this video is helpful and inspiring for you to travel. This surely is inspiring to me. I'm gonna watch this video on every Friday so that it inspires me to travel the following weekend. So thank you, take care, bye bye, and please subscribe to my channel.